Hi folks, welcome to the show. It is 9:45 p.m. I'm your happy healer and it is great to have you here. So we are working every day towards a goal that is worthy for humanity, and we are super focused on that goal. Make no mistake about it. Your happy healer for President Keith Landy. This is the first time he has ever done anything, even in a public arena. I'm just an ordinary citizen, just like any other ordinary citizen, except for we all have extraordinary experiences. And that, well, some people believe that the experiences of the super well-off and the privileged, and that those people, they count more. But I'm here to tell you that that's not true. That not only do they not count more, but that you matter so much, and that so do they, and that we all matter so much, and that we have to start putting humanity first. We have to start caring for humanity like humanity matters, because they do. And you know, it's not okay that we haven't been taking care of each other for so long, and I see examples every single day of why it's so important that we take care of each other. And I know you do too. Just yesterday, and I'm going to share these videos with you through the media that we're putting out. Oh, and today, just in just a little bit, we're going to be getting episode 2 going, or is it episode 1? It doesn't matter. They're both they both have to play yet. You haven't seen them either way. So we are going to be airing both of those during this show. So we have, in addition to the live content, which we are here live right now, we have also the brand new content from today that we're putting out for tonight. So each day when we come at you, we're running for president using media, and we're going to use that media to full effect. And we're going to have media projects from the day that are going to be aired at 9 p.m. when I come on each night. If I come on a little bit later, like this evening was 9:45 p.m., then I'm going to let you know. I sent out some bulletin earlier saying I'd come on at 9:30, and well, I got into a sort of a conversation with somebody, and I was letting them know, hey, you're free to vote for whomever you want, and they are supporting Andrew Yang because they're looking for a progressive candidate that's thinking different, that they feel can win. But I'm telling them the way to win is to back your happy healer. I am your people's candidate. I am the guy that the masses can back because I am supporting humanity. We are humanity, and that both parties fail on essentially getting all things on humanity right. So there are so many people in this country that don't want to accept that we can't take care of humanity. And there's so many people in this country who are uncomfortable with things like abortion, and so am I. And so we have to talk about that. But guess what? We also have to talk about women's rights. They matter so much. And the women, they matter so much. When we talk about abortion, it is not about because we are questioning women's rights. We love women, and they're such an integral part of society, and we see such a big role for human development through women and the role they play in government, in leadership, in every aspect in life. In fact, some of the most important lessons I have ever learned has been from women, especially in learning how to live a higher level of society, and a higher level of love, and a higher level of life. Women are so incredibly important to our future, and we just can't equate the human life together with women human rights, because this is all about humanity. So we just don't want to get confused. And remember, having an abortion at 8 months is not something even women want to do. They don't want to do that. Many people are being confused. People are actually being controlled in many ways. You know, you have so many triggers, and it makes it a lot easier to control you. That's why I will always tell you, as your candidate, I don't want to trigger you, nor do I want to tell you how to live. I just want to empower you and inspire you, and to make this country the loving place we all know it can be, to supply for our citizens that humanity matters, and to establish that, and to put humanity on a pedestal, and to make that known, and to do it in a way that makes sense. See, because no other candidate came before and said, oh, well, okay, abortion doesn't sound exactly right. We need to watch over women, but we have to watch over humanity too. But at the same point, you know, many of the people who say that oftentimes also say, no, we can't have health care for all. It doesn't even make sense. You've got to be for humanity 100%, not just partial ways. People don't let you hold that moral high ground if you only go halfway and say that you're for humanity. That's why your humanity candidate has to be very careful in trying to go too far to please people and then drop the ball on all of us, and then our dream dies. We just have to be real. Humanity matters, and that is what our fight is. So as such, we are going to take care of humanity. That means we have to have an income for all, and we have to have, no question about it, we have to have health care for all. I lost my mother, I lost my brother, I lost friends, countless friends, and to the drug epidemic, the opiate crisis, lost so many people. All of our condescending candidates, they never even dealt with any of this stuff before. They don't have family members who lost their lives because of no health care. They likely don't have many family members who are suffering with these same lower income type of problems Americans who matter, who are part of humanity, suffer with. They deserve to be able to live their fate too. In order to live their fate, they have to first work 40 to 80 hours. And that's the way America says we give you the American dream. But I just disagree with it. I think the American dream can't be had if you can't live your fate. I believe that if in the core of your being you want to be a monk, that you should be free to do that in America, that no other country may be able to offer its citizen that freedom to fulfill their fate, their God-given potential, except for in this country, we have that ability. And we need to do it. Even in the past, I mean, I say this so often, 1,000 years ago, when you just lived a simple life, you could start living your fate right away. If you just wanted to love God, you could simply live off the land and do that. But guess what? Now, before you can even start living your passions or doing the things that you really want to do, you have to work 40 to 80 hours a week just to get the sustenance in life. That is to say, just to get your utilities, your roof over your head, your food, the basic things that it takes in order to survive. Basic sustenance. That's right. That's unfair. Because while some people get a chance to live their fate, they get educations, they're focused on their future, they're focused on being better humanity and, just being better people and learning more and figuring out more about the world, albeit some of it is very flawed because they're forgetting about their fellow people. There's many others still yet that can't do that. And we can't forget about those people. They matter. And it's not fun having in a world where your brothers that you love so much, your sisters that you love so much, are all stuck without. I've had it in life where I was doing well. I'm a good-looking guy and I've got a great brain. But it's not good enough to be able to just do well for me. That's not the kind of world I want to live in. Well, God gives each one of us a calling, and I feel like I'm just living my fate. I've always wanted to do something special in humanity, and it doesn't matter if I'm just changing one person. However, I know I have the answers nobody else is talking about. Give me the moment, give me your ear, and I promise you we are going to talk about things that matter, and you're going to be so happy that you're part of this movement, the movement where we are engaged in the human spirit, engaged in what matters, because there's so many people that are just infighting and talking about things that don't matter and just making it about themselves, and that they want to be president and that they want to do anything and everything except for take care of humanity. And why don't people want to take care of humanity? Why don't people want to take care of humanity is the question of the day. It's unbelievable. So, that's the way I look at it. All right, so we're going to get ready to join in some friends here, and we're going to talk about the media that I have loaded up here that we're getting ready to put on. This is going to be sharing a special story about the family of 3 that I was hosting that was homeless. This is the kind of good work we all need to be doing. Not hurting each other, not tearing each other down. And we certainly don't need to be putting our condescending candidates on a pedestal any higher than they already put themselves. If you want to back somebody that's really backing you, back your happy healer, who's actually willing to come out and call himself the happy healer in the name of your progress, because he knows just how serious life is, and that when people take it as a joke, that's your life they're taking as a joke. And when you pass on out of this country, out of this world, well, then that would have been your life that had gone. And that means so much to me. Your purpose and your value in this world while you're here means so much to your happy healer, and hopefully your president, your next president, so that we can really give value to the human life that you possess. And so that's what we're about. And I'll tell you what I'm writing here. Okay. I don't know if it got it all. Okay. I'm on live and we're getting ready to share a special on human values from your happy healer, and in relation to a homeless guest I had. Actually, family of 3 homeless guests. Homelessness is a bad thing, and it really is something that touches so many more people than you'd ever imagine. We just have to really consider this, guys. Don't live in your perfect world forgetting about your brother, because it could be you next time. It was me, and I've had so much in life. You know, I had a good opportunity, even though I haven't had hardly anything. I came from both ends of the spectrum. God really prepared me to see things so clearly. And that's just so true. So I'm live here right now. And for anybody that I'm just inviting over to the show, I appreciate you coming on board with us. And that we're getting ready to share some pretty cool stuff. My show, which is really good, and I'm singing in it. I want you to hear the new Happy Healer song. It's about come with me on this journey. And yeah, I want you to come with your happy healer on this journey, because we're going to really do it. We're going to do it. We're going to change hearts and minds. And that's what's so special. We're going to do that. And when you change hearts and minds, you change people from the core. And you do it in the name of God because you love God. You know that when you're doing God's work, then you're doing the right work. And you know that you're doing God's work when you're employing love and you're employing truth. Not the truth you wish was true, or that you think is, or that you think should be true, but that the truth that is true. Very simple. The truth that is true. And we all have to have that understanding. Otherwise, we never get anywhere. We don't get to the promised land for sure. And we can have that. And we can have so much more. But we can have that. And so welcome if you're just getting here. I am Keith Landy for President 2020. This is a serious attempt for serious people, for serious times, that I'll tell you what, I've already been on for the last 10 minutes if you're just getting here. And well, if you get a chance, go to keithlandy.com. Also, happyhealerforpresident.com. It takes you to the same site. That is the site that's dedicated to the election of your happy healer, because we are so serious about life. First, I want to tell you, mano to mano, woman to man to woman, man to man. humanity, my brethren, understand me. Look into your happy healer's eyes. Oh, man. You know how serious this is right now? Do you know how serious our situation is right now? Do you even comprehend that what we can really end up happening if we don't take our time serious? Okay. I just want you to know. Your happy healer loves you. That's why he's running. This is a genuine thing for me. I have no interest in being president just to be president. There's nothing in that is sounding to me like a great thing to do just for the sake of doing it. It's not the reward for me. I'm not going to say I have a problem against it either. I think I'll make a great president. I'm just a normal person, and that's my point. I love God. I love God so much. I think many of you would make great presidents. I think that God has prepared so many in human society, especially in all of humanity, but especially in America, to understand what is going on and to see clear truth. Despite all of the fake news that we have all around us, we just still see the clear truth. And so I really think that each one of us are so aware of that fact that we're cognizant of the truth, that when we see it and we hear the truth, we recognize it. And what I'm telling you right now is the truth. I don't spend any time hating. This is a positive campaign in the sense that we're focused on the values of God. We're focused on the values of truth, and we are not budging off of those. I am your humble candidate, Keith Landy, Happy Healer for President, and we are doing this because we care about humanity. We want to put humanity back on par. We want to put humanity on par like it's never been before, like we can do for the first time in history, because God has given us so many gifts, including the technological developments. Remember, every single gift that human ingenuity has been able to churn out in the last 100 years is also a gift from your Creator. As indeed, life itself is a gift from our Creator, and we have to take that life seriously. So that means we just have to talk about abortion. We can't just so simply have them. We have to really realize that that is human life, and that your happy healer is coming at it from a place of love. This is not partisan politics. I want to take care of babies for the same reason I want to take care of you. You ought to have an income for all so you can pursue your fate, especially if your fate is being a loving person, a teaching person, somebody who wants to be a monk, for example, right? Just love God their whole life, but yet they're not free to do it because they weren't born in part of the haves. They're part of the have-nots. So before they can even start living on or working on their fate or their human dreams, they have to first work 40 to 80 hours. Every single week and toiling. It's like being in prison. Donald Trump wants to put you back inside the factories. I want to take you out of those factories. I want to free you so that you can be and live the dream that the rest of the haves are able to live and dream of. They do it. Why can't you? It's available for them. It ought to be available for you. And that's just the truth. So what I'm going to get ready to do is we're going to put on this video here. I want you guys to check it out. It's so incredibly special. I know you're going to love it. And then after that, I'm going to come right back on, and I have so much more for you. Guys, I just made this media. This is special media. This is brand new media, never seen before media. And when you see it, it's conveying a very special message, and it's about our campaign. Starting out with the song, the Happy Healer song. Here it is. It's going now.
This journey with your happy healer. Come on this journey with your happy healer today. Don't waste a moment. We give this moment to you. We just know it's so true. We give this moment to you. Life is just so precious, and we gotta care about people, and we gotta treat people with kindness like they matter. Let them be the one to be able to choose their fate. Don't choose their fate for them. You think you know what they're thinking? You don't know what they're thinking. You think you know what their experiences are? You don't know what their experiences are. Give them the moment. Give them your spirit. Give them the moment of truth to be able to dictate their own truth. I'm just so excited about that. Really. You know, when people say, oh, you're going to be president, you know, because they can see that the truth is just so clear. I don't get excited about that nowhere as near as getting excited about the people who are going to change, that deserve that change, that should have had that change, and for so long have not had that change. I mean,
I see you. You see me, bro? Not proud.
I do the preaching all the time. Sometimes
Yes,
I
he
do
do,
it.
and he's true to it.
Yeah, man.
He's a real
I like that.
devout Christian man. I mean, his heart, but he's stern. We make sure what he says is what he's going to be.
That's right.
He's not rude, and he tells you up front.
Yeah, this is
not gonna be
not,
anything.
yeah,
This is not a game. This is life.
this is like,
I'm trying to accomplish something.
That's right.
And you can't trust everybody.
nope.
But sometimes your heart opens up.
It opens up and you see people changing, and you let them dictate their truth.
Yeah.
You let them say, this is my fate. And then you give them the choice to live their fate. If they choose to make their fate ugly, they're making it ugly in the face of God. Because that's all that's coming to them from me.
Hey, baby. See, I understand where you're coming from, and I thank God for you. And I mean, you come through at the best time in my life, man. At the hardest time of my life.
That you see that light.
I seen the light. When you did that, man, it took tons off of me.
Yeah, dude.
You know, because the struggle, this,
Yeah, I
and
hear
that.
you.
I don't care how
And nobody
hard
wants
you work.
to trust. Nobody wants to give
Nobody
that
wants
shit.
to trust.
Nobody wants to give that hand. I know that when I see you show up here, that all of that is already true. You don't have to say any of that. But we have to open up, and that you have to change too. We all
I have issues I have to work on.
Yeah.
But we have to look at
We have to
what
love.
we've been through.
and where
this
we've been. We
that.
have to respect that.
We have to respect.
Just like I said, where did you serve?
Army, 151st Combat Arms. Thank
That's
God for
right.
that. Yes, sir.
Remember that, man,
Yeah.
because you're fighting for freedom.
For freedom for
That's
this
right.
country. They
You
have
know,
to treat us
you don't
better.
have to own all your mistakes if you forgive yourself, do you?
No.
All you have to do is have that courage to forgive yourself and do it. Why are you allowed to forgive yourself? You're only allowed to under one circumstance, that you change.
Change. To make that change. Start to love more.
Right,
You know,
right.
because a lot of people these days, they harbor, animosity because of something happened to them. But you can't carry that weight.
You can't.
You can't.
And you can't say this one's guilty, therefore they all are. It's real talk.
God is blessed.
God is love, man. God is love.
I give him my all. Every day I pray to him. I mean, everything that I do, I try to do for my family and friends. I don't just think of myself. I think of everybody else. Even when I'm out there working, man, and people say, man, I wouldn't be doing that. You don't know what I have to do, what God has given me.
That's right. You have to do the things
He
He
gave me
does.
the strength to do this.
That's right.
Like now, I got to go cover a root, try to finish cutting the root out before it gets dark.
That's right.
The man just called me. Oh man, when you gonna
I
finish?
need
it?"
to, yeah.
Yeah, so no matter
You gotta
what,
do what a man's
gotta
gotta do.
The family gotta eat.
That's right.
man. Bills gotta be paid, and trust.
Everybody
that,
plays their role, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And when somebody doesn't do their role, what happens to you?
It breaks the whole.
Right. If the lioness is up here and he's doing a great job being the lion, but then the lioness is not doing her role, well then that lion isn't strong anymore.
No, it's so much. And do you really realize what you be saying to me, man?
Yeah.
It's like the truth of the
It
situation.
is true, but
You
we
see-
also have to somehow exist in that world, coexist in that world, but also bring in the world where the lion shall dwell with the lamb. So how do you have kindness? Kindness is where the real key is.
Yeah, I
but
humble
in your
myself.
own heart, in your own home, the real, I think the thing people have the most hard time with is how to retain your dignity, how to retain your self-respect, and how to still be a loving person in this world the way it is. In this world. See, because if it was the loving world already, that would be easy to do.
Yeah.
But in this world, you have to have courage to do that.
Faith, love,
Yeah.
courage. All of those coincide with each other because if you don't have one, you don't have the other.
Yes.
And that's why I humble myself. And I'm glad that you pulled me to the side, you talked to me.
Yeah.
And I think about that because I see the goal you're accomplishing. And it's not just one. It ain't
That's right.
No, I and we.
Right.
Because this is a group thing.
A
This
we
is-
thing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a we thing. It's not an I thing.
No,
It's not,
I don't. That's what I said. I was just saying that to the camera earlier, and I said, you know, this is. I don't. People say, oh, you're going to be president. I mean, like, and that tells me that they can see that our dreams can come true. And I say, wow, that's great for that. But for me to be president means nothing. That's not where I get it from. That's not where I get the hair raising experience from. I get it from that we can actually speak to people like you, me, and your wife, and children, and everybody else's wives and children, and the families, that they can start spending time together and putting their real faith of love. Because that's our real faith.
Yeah, because
The other stuff gets in. Love and hate is very close, and hate is the extreme opposite to love. We live in dualities, and when you don't love, there's only one thing left to do. That's it. So that's why the world is so crazy.
Hey man, you said it all in a nutshell. Just like I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm
Yeah.
trying to humble myself.
You're doing great, bro.
Hey, thank you, man.
Truth that God has written in our hearts. We just know how true it is, don't we? And so we go with that truth. And we do it with courage. Because that is the way when they said, do as Jesus would do, is what they meant. And as it turns out, they seems to be, they're the right size too. But let's see, this will get this story going. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to get the truth out. It is loud and the truth is clear. Yeah, I think it'll do better than that. I think it'll be somewhere around here, and this is level. But, you know, can you hear me good?
I can hear you, but not the way you.
Right, the way I normally sound.
Yeah.
The people in the world can hear us. The people who knock these buildings down, they too can hear us. And soon the whole world will hear us.
Has it got a volume on it or something?
Yeah, right there. That's turned kind of down. This is like halfway up. This is all the way up. Yeah, I don't think it's doing very well when you get to the higher ranges
Because of the battery.
because of the batteries. Yeah, see,
I'm
this
gonna have
is
to get
turned
you
down.
some.
Because you gotta get that word out there. The people matter too much not to. And that's what we're doing. It's what we're doing well. We'll just have to keep things down just a little bit. If it's the best way to get the word out, to get that word out clear. You're not losing the moment that you know it's so important that you're just going to do what you must do in the moment too. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering who the person to listen to, that's not gonna work. Right?
Yeah.
Right now, my intellect tells me batteries. I hope that serves to be true.
So where we're at right now is I'm helping out these folks. They don't really have anywhere to go now. I've had them here for a week and they don't want to leave. You know, to be a good person, and just one of us to be a good person is so much pressure. Wouldn't it be easy if there's a lot of good people that we were all loving and we all treated each other like family, and that we had a leader that was that way and setting such a great example? I wish we all did that. If we did, there would be tremendous rewards for all of us. Nobody should have to be without a home. Nobody should have to be without the things they need, the sustenance. How can you have a loving life when you don't have that stuff? And then it turns people to an ugly side. It makes them desperate. People do bad things when they're desperate. That's what I learned. Why do we make people so desperate? Why do we put them in such desperate situations? Why? I'll never understand that. How can you take a man and a woman or anyone, a child, anybody, how can you put them in such a desperate situation where you put their sustenance? Their sustenance is the roof, the food, the basic things. And by the way, usually the health, because you can get by a day without focusing on your health, isn't even looked at as sustenance by the poor people. They can't, that'd be like a dream. Yeah, we need changes, and that's why you're happy healers right now. Don't want to go because they don't have anywhere else to go. I understand. As a human being, as the happy healer, I understand. They have nowhere to go from here. I remember when I was in Germany, I had to leave the place I was at also, and that I had nowhere to go. I just want love. I want free love. And part of free love is willingness. You are not going to force somebody on anything. And so I just say love. I say love with your heart. Do things for the right reasons and you won't regret doing them. And that's how I live my life. And by example.
That's so funny. It's not funny. With the use on Mr. Close.
Yeah. You're doing a great job. Here's what we're gonna do. Are you Amber? How you doing?
Awesome.
Okay, Amber. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do that again, but this time we're gonna make a little change. Are you ready to sing for America?
Yeah. I like.
Welcome back. All right, so I wanted to stop that short because I'm going to actually plug in a part 2, and here I am live actually with you. Time now is 10:17 p.m. I am your happy healer for president, and we're just doing the great work of our humanity, for our humanity, and for our own lives, so that we can have happy lives in this lifetime. You know, here's what I say to my the people who don't believe in God so much, like us people who do, and that is that we're just doing the work that, well, we need to do for you to have a great life. And that work, if we call it God's work, and it is God's work, but that also equates to getting you what you want, what difference does that make? Right? It shouldn't make a difference, not unless you are worried that somebody else wants to do the right thing for different reasons than you. And I don't see why that would be a factor. That's why this is so incredible. When you just put humanity first, it becomes so clear that the right thing to do is just the right thing to do. It really makes things so easy, you know? But as long as we have those confusing people that will consistently and always desire to confuse us, and that seems to be their mission, and that unfortunately is not really the best thing for us. It's holding humanity back. So join the Happy Healer in what we're doing, and Keith Landy for president and what we're doing, and you won't regret it. It's going to improve your life. I mean, you're going to feel happier about life all throughout this election, where everybody else is going to be losing it. Think about it. And we're going to be growing our movement. And your steady happy healer is going to be keeping your sanity high, just like he keeps his own sanity high. Just as the people who are insane say that we're insane, but we're not. We're just showing love. We're just showing how much we can dabble in love, dabble in the hard things they can't even touch because they're too triggered. But we don't have a problem with it because we have to get the truth, because that's where we win, is in truth. So we have to be able to handle truth, and we just do it with love. And we do the right thing. We focus on humanity. Makes things so clear. All right, so this next one is going to go into Amber. And it's the reason why I stopped the last one short is it was a quicker version. It really doesn't explain in true terms how much help I had to give Amber. And that Amber herself showed that she can rise above. And that's why it is the triumph over tragedy and the sound of triumph over tragedy, because she's got such a great voice. And that if brought out, and just watch, you'll see how amazing she is. All you have to do is believe in people and inspire them, and just watch what they can do. Just believe in people and inspire them, and just watch what they can do. Watch how your happy healer believed in Amber, who's disadvantaged, and inspired Amber, and watch her amazing voice that came out of it. And this is what we're watching next. And what the Happy Healer, your Keith Landy running for president, has done for Amber is no less than what your Happy Healer, Keith Landy, running for president 2020. And you can get there by going to keithlandy.com. It's no less than what I will do as your president of the United States. I intend to inspire and to empower and to put humanity first, and to show and to just invest in one another. And you watch and listen and challenge your Happy Healer candidate, because we have to be right. It's important to be right for the people. It's important to be correct for the people. Okay, folks, here it is.
You want to try one more time?
She's singing. What are you doing?
I'm kind of afraid.
I know, people can be mean. Oh, don't be afraid. Whenever you're afraid, just realize you're with your Happy Healer.
We're just having fun on President Day.
That's right. Who's your president?
You and Barack Obama and
I know, people...
All right, and what's my name?
I know.
My name?
But you're with
My name.
Clinton.
I'm Clinton?
Yeah.
No, that's the other one.
King.
What?
King.
What?
My name is King.
I'm Keith.
Keith.
And my last name? Landy.
Keith Landy.
And what about my, what else am I, what, Happy?
Healer.
That's right, baby.
Happy Healer.
I'm the Happy Healer.
We're just having fun. We're just having fun. Pretending like nobody's here.
Just get your way. That's pretty much where it ends, right? It's green.
I keep on falling in love of love with you. Sometimes I'm
Here, hold on.
I'm gonna give you what I think is gonna help you. I'm gonna put earplugs in your ears so you can't hear your own voice so easy. And then I want you to just look and do your thing. Don't worry about your own feedback. Don't worry about my job. I do my job very well.
Nobody's there.
Yeah, that's right.
And I can see us.
And no, nobody can see you right now. And remember, the only one that can see you is me, and I love you. And that I am right there, and I do my job perfect. So all you gotta do is worry about you. Okay? Okay, so here we go, and stay focused. Yeah, you don't have to go that close, honey. You're gonna ruin the shots that we're trying to do. You can come closer though. You can come like right about here. Is that more comfortable for you? Okay, love. Let me go get your headset, your earplugs. Which is not the easiest thing either. Okay, honey, here's how we're gonna do this to help you. You're gonna actually hear the whole way you like it in your ear. You're gonna hear Alicia Keys belting out, and you're just gonna go with her, okay? You do a lot better when you're singing with Alicia Keys, with your girl, don't you? Huh? Yeah, but there's nothing to be frightened of here. You're just in my house. That goes in the other ear. Put it in there, good. All right, let's see, you're in place. Stand back a little bit.
So you're not blocking the flag? I want you to say, oh, jeez, Louise, a keeper?
That's so funny. It's not funny.
With the use of you. That's the close.
Yeah. You're doing a great job. Here's what we're gonna do. Are you, Amber? How you doing?
Awesome.
Okay, Amber. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do that again, but this time we're gonna make a little change. Let me think what I had in mind. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the first maybe minute or so. Don't really. We already we have a full recording already. The main thing is I want to get another version of the full recording, and I just want to get you singing it yourself again. Okay, let's do it. Are you ready? And are you ready to sing for America?
Yeah, I like singing and being rich.
Okay. Start your song when are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, it's coming on soon.
I keep on falling in love with you. Sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. Sometimes I feel good, at times I feel yours.
Step up here a little more. It's okay. When we fail, we try again. True heroism, it's not defined by those who fought but didn't fall. It's defined. You're doing great. By those who fought and fell and rose again. Let's do this again.
I'm falling, in a
All right, cue it up.
with you. Sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. Sometimes I feel good,
You're killing it.
I feel you. Love you, makes me so confused. I keep on falling in
to never give up, to never give in, and to keep going. Despite the obvious hard time that we sometimes have, you just got to keep going forward, don't you? You have to, because, well, the people count on it, but also so do each other. We just all count. So whenever I put myself or embark upon a new thing that I've never known before, that's a new mission, I learn about it. I just throw myself in it and I learn about it. I stick staying with it and never give up. And that's what the message is about. I'm very, very proud of Amber. Great job, Amber. And we all have to just continue to do our very best. And that's what life is about. It doesn't matter if you're enjoying yourself in the moment, or if you are doing your job, or if we're fighting for the changes that we all need and that we all want. We just have to do our very best. Okay. We'll see you soon.